How does the ICC enforce international humanitarian law? In recent days, the topic of international humanitarian law has gained significant attention. With ongoing conflicts around the world, many are asking how the International Criminal Court enforces these vital laws. This question is particularly relevant as reports of war crimes and human rights violations emerge from various regions. Today, we will break down the role of the International Criminal Court in maintaining accountability during armed conflicts. International humanitarian law, which includes the Geneva Conventions and the laws of armed conflict, establishes rules designed to protect civilians and combatants during war. The International Criminal Court, located in The Hague, Netherlands, plays a key role in enforcing these rules when states are unable or unwilling to act. The International Criminal Court was established by the Rome Statute, a treaty that defines serious international crimes such as genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and aggression. The court can investigate and prosecute individuals, not states, for these offenses. When the International Criminal Court receives information about potential crimes, it first determines if the situation falls within its jurisdiction. This means that the crimes must have occurred after the year 2002, and the country involved must either be a party to the Rome Statute or have accepted the court's jurisdiction. In certain situations, the United Nations Security Council can refer cases to the International Criminal Court even if the country is not a member. The enforcement process begins with investigations conducted by the Office of the Prosecutor. This office gathers evidence, interviews witnesses, and reviews reports from governments and organizations. If sufficient evidence is found, the prosecutor can request arrest warrants from the judges of the International Criminal Court. Recently, the court issued arrest warrants for senior Taliban leaders, accusing them of crimes against humanity, including the persecution of women and girls. Once arrest warrants are issued, they are sent to all member states. These states are expected to cooperate by arresting and transferring suspects to the International Criminal Court. However, enforcement can be challenging if the suspect is in a country that does not recognize the court or refuses to cooperate. For instance, Afghanistan is not a party to the Rome Statute, making it unlikely for Taliban leaders to be arrested there. The International Criminal Court does not have its own police force. It relies on state cooperation for arrests, evidence collection, and witness protection. This dependence can limit the court's effectiveness, especially in conflict zones where governments or armed groups are uncooperative. Trials at the International Criminal Court are public and adhere to strict legal procedures. If individuals are found guilty, they can be sentenced to prison. The court also aims to provide justice for victims by allowing them to participate in proceedings and seek reparations. The work of the International Criminal Court is part of a broader effort to protect civilians during armed conflict. The Geneva Conventions and other treaties requiring states to investigate and prosecute war crimes themselves. The International Criminal Court steps in only when states are unwilling or unable to fulfill this responsibility. Recent events highlight both the challenges and opportunities faced by the International Criminal Court. The arrest warrants for Taliban leaders demonstrate the court's commitment to addressing serious violations. However, practical limitations arise when suspects are difficult to reach. In Ukraine, cooperation with the International Criminal Court aids in documenting war crimes and supporting victims, while building strong domestic justice systems remains essential. Together, international humanitarian law and the International Criminal Court aim to reduce suffering in war and hold those responsible for serious crimes accountable. The court's role is vital in ensuring that the rules protecting civilians and combatants are upheld, even when national authorities fail to act.